what is Bitclout? Bitclout is a new type of social network that lets you speculate on people and posts with real money, right? So the real money, this could be a phrase that actually is problematic than putting real money in here, right? They should have put with Bitcoin backed currencies. I would not put real money in here. I think that's problematic. Um, and right now you cannot speculate on posts. All you can speculate is on people. So this part has not been implemented yet, right? And it's built from the ground up as its own custom blockchain. So it has its own blockchain. So is it an ERC20? What blockchain are they using? Are they using Polkadot? So that's a big question. That's a good question, right? What blockchain is it implemented on? Is it one of the Bitcoin blockchains? Because you do send Bitcoin into there. So its architecture is similar to Bitcoin. Only it can support complex social network data like POS. So is it a fork of Bitcoin? So similar to Bitcoin. So to me, it's saying it's a fork of Bitcoin, and there are some updated forks. So maybe they've taken one. There's a Bitcoin blockchain now that does smart contracts. So obviously, maybe they're building it on that. Maybe it's one that has the Lightning and other things they see, and they're building. Posts, data like posts, files, follows, speculation features such as more higher throughput and scale. So what they're describing here, all right, and this is I'm going to go back to my document, right, because everything is built on my work because I am UnDaoDu, right. Here is that there. Let me this here, and let me pull this up here. All right, published. No, that's not this here. Where is it? This is what I'm looking for right here. So if I zoom in here, can I make this full screen? F screen. All right. So you have to understand what they have built. So this is from my work in 2012, right? This is the blockchain. This is what Vitalik and Mihal use to map out. This is the napkin drawing of what they engineered. Now, what is Clout? Clout is this part right here, right? Right now, Clout is just this. The idea is your Twitch account, right? So this could be anything, and in the framework that we're going to fork from Clout is going to be anything. What they have done is they said, you know what? Let's just do one thing, right? Let's just do you, and then let's monetize something that already exists as you, which is the scale of your thing. Now, what they're describing and they're very elusive about it is this part right here: follows, votes, stake, endorse, advisor, team, and promote. So these are actions that you can take, and you will be able to take with it. So right now there are followers and there is stake. So you can put a stake. That is what they have. That's green. That drives valuation. That is the valuation engine. You notice it's green to green, right? So this is what's funding. So what they have here is the valuation. They've added follow and stake. They don't have votes. They really don't have endorse. They don't have it broken up, and it goes right here. And then it's going up. You can see where this goes from here. And if I go back to here, this is the same diagram, but this is the Foundup blockchain from 2010, right? It's a closed system. So I want you to imagine, again, this is the part they have built. That is it, this part right here. I was trying to raise money to build this whole damn thing, right, to get off. They're very smart, and they're building on an existing thing, right, and using Twitter is very clever. So the passive crowdfunding is what's happening on your account when people putting money in because of your actions, because of what you're doing. This passive crowdfunding that when if you listen to the talk from 2014 says was unique to Ethereum. Was it unique to Ethereum? I fucking described it to them in 2012, right? So going back to the white paper on that, so you have context of where we're going, and you can see this here. This is you as your network grows, your wealth grows, right? And think of this here. Then you can launch your ideas, you launch your projects, you launch whatever it is. Because of your status, because of the size of your energy, now your teams form around you. This is completely open. There is no need for closed systems. There's an entire patent system, closed internal patent system built into this. Where imagine it's an open source patent system that if you're playing in this framework, you get 100% access to all the patents to use. But if you're outside this framework, so you're a closed corporation coming in or anything else trying to use our stuff, this collective DAO, this is a DAO, basically turns around and slaps them and goes after them. So imagine if you play in our decentralized world, all our patents and all our registrations that we have is free. But if you playing outside in the centralized one, we're going to come after you like the 900,000-pound gorilla collectively as the world, protecting our interests. And imagine, see what happens here, right? Just talking about patents. If you know what happens is these ideas get validated. Validation, when it hits here, this is where we start patenting. In the current model, patents come in this stage here, the minimal viable product down here. So if you have a system where you're grabbing patents and holding patents on the Creative Commons level, right, early, then ultimately all the patents are going to be owned by the people for the people. And all these guys, because this is a blue ocean strategy. And if you don't know what blue ocean strategy is, basically there's a blue ocean, and that blue ocean is the idea to the team, right? The startups do not start, and this is what I recognized back in 2010, is that this area right here is a blue ocean, and if we can build a platform to grab this area here, we basically own, we change the entire system. So this is where it's at, and this is what makes Clout to me so exciting, because now we can fork this, and I have all the the understanding, and we have all the different layers, we have all this fintech stuff and all this other stuff that in the last 10 years has been building, allowing UnDaoDu to ultimately bring about the change. Now imagine that 3,000 Bitcoin. You know that 3,000 Bitcoin? In my system, right now that 3,000 Bitcoin, guess what? It's owned by who? That group, the private group. In this new fork that we will launch, that 3,000 Bitcoin would be managed by AI. It wouldn't be owned by anyone. And that 3,000 Bitcoin would just keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And what it does is when these certain tokens, right, reach a certain division, so basically think of it, your energy, you reach a certain division in your tokens, what happens is this Bitcoin backs and you become stable coins. So all the Bitcoin right now is in here, it's being held in the framework that we launch, which will be very similar to Clout. What's going to happen is all this Bitcoin, like a little hole in the capsule, is going to be sucked into this Bitcoin vault. It's going to be controlled, protected, and held by the AI, and it's never going to be distributed, right? It's never going to leave this vault, and this becomes the Bitcoin standard or the global Bitcoin reserve fund. For what? Social beneficial capitalism, which is built on what? Any fucking blockchain. Whether it's Ethereum, EOS, Cardano, right? It doesn't fucking matter, because we are Bitcoin blockchain. So you can start to see why I'm putting so much energy in this. This is, before I even saw them, this is the deck, right? That I put together. So imagine, like, if you look, tokenizing the world, and doing so transform the old broken fiat business model to something new and exciting, making it possible for anyone to be the next Bitcoin. So I basically, what they're doing is tokenizing an individual, right? That's what they're doing. The pain, the solution, where we're at, the market, the competition, and the product. Here is, now, for those listening here, you'll see how I do things differently. So, one of the big questions, and what they haven't identified and people have talked about in there, is the problem of the lack of scarcity. What I mean is that everyone has a potential unlimited amount of tokens. Well, not in our system. You can set, in our system, everyone is Bitcoin, right? So imagine everyone in the system has not 21 million, because I think that's 10 years is fine. The reason for 10 years, let me just go back to here, is 10 years of data for Bitcoin is this innovation stage. It's 10 years. It took 10 years for Bitcoin to go from 0 to 2.5%. So we have all the data for this. I don't want people's tokens to become worth 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. If I can start with 0 and I have 1 million tokens or 2 million tokens of my own Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin is worth 10 grand, right? Do I need to be fucking greedy? No, not at all. So there's no point for this to go more. And the other cool thing is Bitcoin in 10 years went to 17 million, right? 19 million or 17 or 19 million. So there's 19 individuals around UnDaoDu around here. So 19 million is going to be the default cap. And all you do, right? The other thing is you can do moderate. And what happens is, imagine on Clout, instead of when you interact with me, you're sharing in my token pool, right? So instead of this is a different model, right? This is the model that we will do when we fork, right? When we fork Bitclout. So everyone has a finite number, right? These tokens last for 10 years. They drip into a pool. So what happens is when you interact with me by sharing, remember I had these things down here, by following votes, you get access to this pool, kind of like a miner does, right? And what happens is this pool gets distributed to the stakeholders, which is the consumer, collaborator, and the creators, right? And the network and the fund. The fund is the AI, right? This part right up here, when I talk about up here, this is the fund. This is AI. This is the noodle. Here's his two eyes, his mouth, open beneficial AI that's looking out, right? And it's going to manage this here. So I actually have a mock-up here, right? If anyone's interested in learning more about this as you're watching, I'll need to go back to the thing. I'm actually recording this. But you can actually go to the Patreon, Foundups Patreon page. I have lots of talks about it, the financials, everything else. I raised $30,000 on Patreon before, from 2015-16. I was one of the first people on Patreon doing what everyone else is doing now. I was the guy who did it first, right? Back when they were just for artists. Going back to, I easily get distracted as you see, but let's go back here. So the point of this, what led off, is what it says it's support social network, like posts, profile follow, speculative features, right? Speculation features, right? And much more significant, higher throughout, right? Put and scale. So this sentence right here, I translate into that work that I just shared with you. Okay, like Bitcoin, Bitclout is fully open source project, right? Fully open source. Yes, baby. Fork the shit out of you, bitch, right? And there is no company behind it, all right? There is no company. I've been struggling, right? Even, until this, I've been struggling because, I was like, I don't want to launch a company. And one of my partners was like, dude, you're not going to get investors. And I'm like, I really don't want to go that way. And thank God, Bitclout, right? So again, I reached out, UnDaoDu, and UnDaoDu delivered, right? UnDaoDu delivered Bitclout to me because it answers all of the kind of the issues. It provides a very simple framework. It says, UnDaoDu, you're still trying to build too much. Just focus down here, right? So buying Bitclout, right? The Bitclout blockchain has its own native cryptocurrency called Bitclout, right? And you can use to do all kinds of things. So let me talk about this. So in essence, what Bitclout is doing, right? So if I go to my Bitclout, right? Let's go to my Bitclout here. All right. This currency, right? These are tokens. These are individual tokens. Now, what they're doing is not showing you the token. But I want you to think of this is a token, and this token is worth this much. This Naval is a token, right? He's a token, and it's worth this much, right? So these are, the name of this token is called Elon Musk. The name of this token is called Naval, right? So on. So I want you to, where was I going with this? I can't remember. I was going to go somewhere with this. But the point is that in my system, you can name whatever you want as whatever it is, right? And this becomes the network for that thing to grow, right? And as as kind of the next, what am I going there for? I'm going here. As I put in here, be the next Bitcoin, because every one of those tokens works very similar to Bitcoin, right? And on that. So let's go back here on there. And because of the Bitcoin. So imagine if the 3,000 Bitcoin right now was used as a fund to create a stable coin of all the tokens on there, right? Then all of a sudden this Bitclout would be a stable coin, and not only that, it's a backed asset based on the 3,000 Bitcoin in there. So they're even, the system that they have where all this Bitcoin is going into the fund, right? That's even illustrated. So they're just, they basically have access to it, and my system, no one has access to it. So all kinds of things apply, including new types of assets called creator coins, discussed below, right? Anyone can buy Bitcoin with Bitcoin in minutes through the app, built-in decentralized atomic swap mechanism. Beautiful, right? Available on the Buy Bitcoin page. The price of Bitclout doubles for every million. All right. The price of Bitcoin doubles for every million Bitcoins sold. So that's the exponential, right? The price of Bitclout doubles for every million Bitclout sold. Right? So it doubles for every million sold, but there's no market cap. So this is CAGR. This is compound. This is insanity. The world is an infinite, and they have built in this infinite model here, right? This makes Bitcoin naturally scarce, resulting in 10 to 19 million Bitcoin minted in the long run. Again, yeah, that doubling, right? They're modeling after actually the scarcity, which is great for the folks who own. So what this tells me, okay, right? So if it doubles, you want to hold on to your Bitcoin. You want to hold on to your Bitclout, right? You want to invest it in the right places, and basically hold on to it, because it's going to keep doubling in price, right? It doubles every million sold. So it's just a matter of time. So the key thing here is to basically invest as it matures. Like, I think my strategy is the strategy to go. Actually, now that I'm looking at this and looking at what I'm doing, I think putting very small amounts and lots of people, right, is the way to go, resulting in 10 million Bitcoin. Okay, what are creator coins? Right, everyone has a coin. All right, so actually this is what you're investing. All right, so this is important. Everyone has a coin. Every profile gets its own coin that anyone can buy and sell. So that's our name, right? So the UnDaoDu. So everyone have the UnDaoDu. We call these creator coins. I call them basically I would call them creator tokens, not coins, since coins are like Bitcoin, right? Or scarce. This isn't scarce, and you have your own coin. So you mint by creating a profile. You mint your coin. The price of each coin goes up when people buy, and goes down when people sell. So if you think a coin is going to become popular, then you will probably make money. So how does the creator coin tie in with the Clout coin? And you cannot. So when you sell your coin, you get Clout, I imagine, right? So buy creator coin. So it's Elon Musk coin, Navel coin, right? How do you sell? So I'm trying to figure out, this is the golden ratio. Using the golden ratio is my investment, right? Copy. I'll put a review, confirm. These accounts are going to based on, so if I now go back, how do I sell? I don't know how to sell. Let me go ask. Yo, yo, yo. UnDaoDu, I have a question. I just figured out know how to do something. How do you sell you've got a token in someone, you want to sell it. Where do you sell it? I go to wallet. Oh, I see the little button here. Okay. That's where you sell. So, um, so I guess, all right. Hey, another question, guys, really quick. So when I'm looking at your wallet, when I'm looking at the wallet here, right, I'm seeing the actual value, and then there's a grayed out number under. So there's my name, and it has my price, and then it equals 1.42K, whatever that equivalent. I don't know what that. What's that there? USD value. I don't understand that. So explain the different columns. No, the next column, right? There's price and their USD value, two columns. I know, man. If you just listen and stop cutting people off, you'll get your answer. Sorry. So again, the price column under the USD value is that great number that you referred to. I'm telling you, that's the number of coins you have. Ah. So that number of coins. Gotcha. Times the price will give you. That's why they're a squiggly line, roughly to the USD value, because of the bonding curve. Then that will vary slightly. Cosmo out. Okay, next question. Next question. All right. So when I sell, I am getting what? I'm getting Bitclout back. You are the moderator of this group. Yeah, man. It goes back into Bitclout when you go in and out of each creator coin. Thank you. I'm only 1 day old. Remember. I'm just 1 day old. Remember. If I said that hardly, I know for a fact that he's like one wasn't made this group. That's all. I'm just taking the piss. Why can't we all have fun? All right. If I'm Bitclout in someone's bio, I'm making it. All right. Okay. So cool. All right. So wow. So my actual value, right, went from 0. This is actually pretty impressive. So let me turn this down a little bit more. Wow. So I could cash out. I invest. I'm actually impressed, dude. So I think they have to be working this shit out. So right here, what it says is I came in with no money. I put in $200. That's actually I still have over $100 left. And if I cashed out today, okay, I would have 1.42. Okay, so this justifies you want to set your value. I think anything over 20% is too high. I think 10% is too low because I'm grinding here, working here, making videos here. I don't know what you think here. If you want to post. Oh my God, let me just ban this guy. Fucking ban this guy. I said Level. I'm gonna make you. Are you anyone here wants to be a moderator of my channel here and gonna hang out with me and keep me company all night? Let's do that. Let me know. Let me know. All right. Ask you questions. I've got you on a second stream. You guys watching? So basically, in one day, I've turned $200 or $100 into 1.42K. Right. I could sell this and get out clout. Here is all right. So this is important. Based on this white paper, as I'm reading it, okay, right here, that is doubling every million. Right. This is why it's important to get your friends and on and get building right now, because of that one thing right here. The price doubles every million, all right, sold. Oh my God, that's insane, dude. So you want to get in? I would not be selling my own tokens, right? Unless and you want to put, like what I'm doing is putting small amounts onto it. So you have your creator coins, you come in, we've done that, come in and out. You probably put more money in it. And I think you could. I think traders, there's probably is a strategy, and I think we should turn to traders, right? Because here's the deal. If people come in and pump me up and then sell me out and then they buy me up again, I'm always making money. So if people are bumping and dumping. Now, if I have that 20%, and let me explain what I'm talking here, right? If I have this 20%, my profile, settings, no, where the fuck is it? Profile? Where do I change my update profile? Okay. Alright, so if I was to change this 20%, then you're going to be susceptible to pump and dumps, right? Because I'm only getting 1% or 2% or 3%. I think 20% is fair. I think anything over 20% is greedy, right? I'm gonna put if anyone wants to tip me, send me some fucking, tip me for my work here. I'm gonna paste that in there. Feel free to tip me some. Oh no, that's my public key. That's not my Bitcoin, right? That's my public key. Update profile. That's my public key on the blockchain, right? So if I go to buy clout, copy. Let's delete that. Can I delete that fucking post? That's not what I want. All right, send me your wait, send Bitcoin. That's not that's Bitcoin. I'm sleepy here, man. Send Bitcoin to this address. I don't want Bitcoin. Where do you send clout? Send, okay. Enter the public key of or username. So you do use that key, right? You send clout to that username. Let me explain that. I'll let them. We'll do it later. I may forget. Nah, fuck it. I don't give a shit. All right, they're too noisy in there, and I'm kind of tired. All right, going back to the white paper. Are you enjoying this? You guys enjoying? I got people watching here. So this is really important. So number one, what I've discovered is you do want to set. I think you need to have. I think 20% is the golden, right? I'm doing the golden, whatever that's called, the golden ratio, 20%. All right, 80-20. So I'm giving 80% away of me, and I'm collecting 20% for my work and my build. I think that's fair and reasonable. Anything less than that, you suscept to pump and dumps, and you'll just be this feather in the wind going up and down. All right, because with 20%, if people dumps me down because they sell out my coin and stuff because they put it in, right? I'm always getting 20% every time they pump me up. Make sense? You guys follow that? So in that regard, so going through the paper here, right? Good stuff here. So if you want to play this game, I'm not going to really play this game. What I'm doing is you'll notice here, all these guys here, right? I can, I don't want that. go to the golden ratio. What I'm doing is grabbing the golden ratio, right? I'm giving you the golden ratio, man. I'm UnDaoDu, 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 UnDaoDu. BTC Viking, I am sending you my do, baby. I'm sending you the do, right? So, and then I confirm. Actually, I gave 1. I should be going 0, 0, 1. Okay, so I'm doing $1.60. I want to do 60 cents. So I'm doing 60.18. That's kind of taking the time. The market's busy. All right, we're in peak time right now. So it's 2 a.m. Here, so it's 3 p.m. So the network is kind of screwed. So let's go back to what we're doing here. Okay, so to buy someone's coin, you simply navigate blah 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 to the thing, find someone, right? Profiles of the top 15 Twitter have been preloaded to the platform, meaning that you can buy and sell their coins, right? On that. So this is interesting, right? Because in my framework, right, you will be able to make Coca-Cola. You will be able to coin, any brand. So in my system, right, just as they're doing for Twitter. Now, let me explain and go to how this works. Because you are technically not the creator of Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola is, right? You cannot, even though you create the coin and it's recognized as a public brand, you are recognized as a co-creator, right? You're a co-creator of the token, but the brand is the Coca-Cola. And just as they come in and claim it, Coca-Cola can come in. So the creators always get 4%. If I was to, there's a better image here for those that are interested here that want to see the numbers on this thing. I'm trying to think where the easiest way for me to get it. On this here. So as that's loading, let's go back to here. Right. Preloaded means receive. Okay. So here's example. Tweak to claim your profile. Right. You just owners of Restore Pro can claim their profile by navigating. And this is cool tech. Right. This is clever. Right. Their profile, hitting a tweak button to their Bitcoin public key. Beautiful. Right. So Coca-Cola will do the same thing, or whatever, right? So so they've answered this question. I didn't know how this was done. They've actually answered that question. And here, if I was to open this up, okay. So what I'm going to do is take Clout. I'm going to rework. This was my app until I saw Clout, right? A little bit similar. There's the tokens, the network, right? All this stuff. What I want to show folks is this right here. Let me go to present. I'm not a designer or anything else. So this is how Bitcoin works. It drips down, right? And then it goes to the net miners and the network, right? So in my framework, which it works differently, we would work the mechanics differently. You have this pool. So instead of you automatically putting money into someone, you're sharing in this pool. And the pool works like Bitcoin. It has a counter and everything. And if you interact with someone, what this does is it forces participation. So you can't just, in this current system, I can kind of game it, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what other people are doing. In this system here, you have to physically engage with them to get these tokens. And instead of it, going to the network in the miner, it goes to the stakeholders into the network. And to explain that is, then the noodle, this is algorithm. The noodle says, well, what kind of participant are you as a consumer? Are you kind of like, you just came by, you touched me once? Well, you're not going to get 60% of that pool. You're going to get 2.4%. And other people that touch me once and just go off and are off there, not really interested in being, the noodle's going to know you're going to share in that 2.4%. Now, the people that are semi-active, they're kind of curious about UnDaoDu. They come back, they come again. Now they're going to share in a bigger amount, right? They're like part-time. They may show up once a week or whatever. And the noodle's going to make the determination based on this golden, right, ratio. So it's going to be looking at this golden ratio, this law of diffusion. It's going to say, 80% are going to be whatever, and if you become super active, it could be, on it. So we don't have to. The algorithm is going to figure all that out. And if you're level 3, you're like an UnDaoDu fanatic. You're always showing up to my Twitch, my Twitch sites. You're there. You're like, you're chanting UnDaoDu with me, UnDaoDu, 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 right? And and you're part of the family. Then you're sharing in the 48%. Make sense? So if I bring someone on as a collaborator, right? They're helping me. I was like, that's the kind of the next level up. You get an additional bonus of up to 16%, right? Or actually, not a bonus. You actually share. You only get this is when you interact with it. A collaborator is when a collaborator drives someone to become a consumer. So think of this as someone running a store or anything else. They get this, right, on top of their salary or their fee or whatever that they're working in the store. And a creator ultimately gets 4%. Now, if I bring on a creator and they do shit and they're just, I want to get UnDaoDu's coin, and they don't do anything, I don't mind sharing 0.16% of my thing with someone that I thought was going to be a 3, was going to be a rocket, right? But they can share up to 3%. And that additional one is always guaranteed for that founding creator. So this would be Coca-Cola, would be the 4%. And based on how so you can't create the Coca-Cola coin, right, token, right, and then you do nothing. Basically, Coca-Cola would be getting all of the creator things, and you'd be getting 0.16. So this game here stops people from gaming. Understand, I'm a gamer, right? So network is everyone in the network. So if you have the token, you're going to get this bonus. This is like a 20% bonus. But the thing is that, again, this is geolocation. If I'm here in Japan and my token and what I'm doing is here and everything else, and you're in India, like the guy coming in trying to figure out, then you're going to share of that 16.64%. And anyone who is geolocation. So this looks at the geolocation of your phone, and it's eccentric. The whole idea here is we want to drive participation locally. We want to build community. So obviously we want to reward the network that is actually building that permaculture, food forest, or cleaning up the beach. Why you come and you pick up one piece of trash and you go back to India or wherever? Why are you sharing in 16% equally with the persons that are out there actually doing the work, right? And they're part of that local network. You get that bonus. This one here is really interesting because remember, so right now there's 4% of all your tokens, of all the tokens, get held by the fund. And what the fund does is it auctions off your tokens. So what this does is it drives your division. So all tokens start at division 7, right? I was division 7 today, and guess what? In one this is how stupid this platform is. I'm division 7 today, and in one day, right, I have gotten my token right here to division 3. This is why this is a broken system, right? But that's cool. We'll fix it. So basically in one day, I went to Litecoin. One day, right? My coin's like $200, right? So some of these cats that have things, so they don't understand that their system's broken, but that's cool, right? And ultimately, if it gets to division 1, that's Bitcoin, right? And we don't care about anything over your division 1. And when division 1 happens, in 10 years happens, you evolve into the next token, right? Into a DAO token, and it goes away. So your token after 10 years actually, goes away, and now this token feeds a DAO. And the 4%, remember you had that 4% back here, right? So you imagine, so what the noodle's trying to do is drive the price of the token up this scale, right? By offering small amounts to see who buys, and then over time, because who's going to buy this? Who's going to buy this? The creators and the collaborators, the people who believe. Because the creators only getting 4%. Because what drives a market is the consumer, right? What makes my business work is my collaborators. My vision, my idea can't happen without those two. But because, but the collaborators only getting it when they collaborate. The consumer is only getting it when they consume. The creator's always getting it just like the fund, and everyone else is sharing in the network. This is the golden ratio. This is why I'm giving everyone that value, okay? The 80-20 rule. right here. And the noodle determines this level, and participation is mining. So in this sense, how your participation is what drives mining. So now you can start to understand why I'm kind of like super excited at this new open source project that's going to be forkable, right? By UnDaoDu, and I already know the launch date. What will launch is going to be 12 12 21, which is the antithesis to my birthday of 12 21 12, right? So the Mayan zodiac was 12. So the magic has prophesized that the solution will manifest, and on his anniversary of of his awakening, right, of of UnDaoDu, the new business model will launch. UnDaoDu will finally stand up, right? So going back to that, so going here, tweet your claim, blah blah blah, yeah. Okay, what are creator coins used for? Creator coins are a new type of asset, token of reputation. The reputation of it. There used to be actually a business called Clout. It isn't reputation, right? They're gamifying. I don't think it's reputation at all, because, right? So why is it not reputation? Because what is reputation really? And reputation is an intangible thing. It's not. And reputation is not measured by someone giving me fucking, and investing in me because they think I'm going to go up in value. That has nothing to do with reputation. What reputation is an AI that ultimate is looking at how people are acting around you. Again, an AI can measure those intangibles. How are you spending your time? What are you doing? And there's a guy called Alinga Tahid who wanted to invest a significant amount of money in launching Foundups. Why? Because he built the measuring of intangible things. So this is bullshit. Okay, this is just fucking nonsense. Nonsense. He doesn't believe, people are, in the way that people are already gaming this, we know this is nonsense. It's an ideal, but it's nonsense, okay? Stakeholder meeting can make it so that only people who own a certain amount of their coin can participate in a comment section of their posts, all right? That's cool, right? New ways to prioritize message. Most creators get torrent of spam, inbox, material. You can make it so that only people who contain a certain amount can reach them, right? So this is money access, which is bullshit, right? I disagree with this. This is money access. This is kind of bullshit. Sponsor posts. Creators can have an inbox where anyone can bid and have their thing. Again, money for posts. I disagree with this. Kind of bullshit. Premium content. People who own a certain amount of tokens get access to special content. Again, money for access. Bullshit. I'm completely against this. So all these things that they're building in will not be part of our platform, because ultimately their platform is driven by CAG, or compounded annual growth rate. It's driven by growth and participation and access, right? So rich people are in their networks, poor people in their networks, and there's no level playing field, right? So what does this say? Emergenta phenomena. Let's see, likes can be reimagined as purchases of the creator's coin. So yeah, that's true. Okay, I don't disagree. A like is when you I wouldn't say purchases. I would say investing, right? I'd say you're investing energy by you putting energy. I'm going to completely rewrite this and make it correct, right? That's what I'm going to do this weekend. Is completely take this, put it in there, and just fix it the way it should be. So someone can buy. All right. So let's see here. Someone's ability to speculate on a person's reputation. You can't know for sure, but one's features of a buy and retweet. Ordinary retweets give people nothing, right? If that person becomes a superstar because you boost them, you'll be the lucky if you even remember their name. All right. So this right here I solved. Okay. So this is a very good point, right? So this, let me go back to my model here. This diagram right here, all right, present. Okay. So here I am, a nobody. And if I go to my token, right, no one burnt my token, and there's a pool here. And no one knows who I am. I'm a fucking nobody. But you believe in me. And you interact with me. And you're the only guy that interacts with me. So if I go to my dashboard, right, actually go to my, where is it that, where I have this here? I'm trying to think I can't remember where it is. All right, here. So here I am, all right, so here I am, and this is actually what our image would be. There's a video part. It's a video blog of who you are, right? This is who I am. This is what I'm working on because I'm dyslexic. I don't want to type, right? Fuck Twitters and anything else. So you are, and when you interact, you're the only person. I have no one, right? I'm here. No one knows who the fuck I am. But you come across me like, this guy's cool. This guy's gonna be great. And it says, listen, just interact here with my pool. You interact with the pool, boom, and your share of the tokens is 2,578 tokens. And next week, again and again and again, as you interact, you're sharing these tokens. So as my network grows, what happens to the value of these tokens? They go down, right? So as this network grows, you're dividing with more people. So that question that they're looking to answer, there's the answer right there, Bitcoin on there. So there. So that's an important thing, and I can address it and actually explain how it actually worked. So that's all nonsense, the way they're doing it. All right, the creator supply thing, creator coins are naturally scarce. Right, creator coins are naturally scarce, with generally fewer than 100 to 150 coins in existence for each profile. Why do they have a range? So I don't understand the sentence. Creator coins are naturally scarce with generally, with generally fewer than 100. And then there's a range. So less than 100, but also less than 1,500. That's how I read that, right? In existence for each profile. That's just weird. This is because as more people buy coins, the price of the coin goes up automatically at a faster and faster rate. This means that eventually it would take billions of dollars to mint even one more coin. So they have an exponential growth function, right? So they have an exponential. That's that parabola thing. They have here. See, they're using my parabola. I wonder where they got that from. So they're using this exponential growth. This is the law of diffusion on there. So let's coins faster and faster. The formula or curve is determining the price of the creators as follows. Note the creator coins are normally bought and sold with Bitcoin, but we provide a dollar version of the formula for easy calculation. So the price in Bitclout equals 0.003 times in circulation to the power of 2. So this is where we need a mathematician to run I guess they're going to run a bunch of examples there. When you create profile 0, price is 0. So yesterday I started at 0. If you want to buy coins, I'd be happy to mint them out. Happily mint them out of thin air and sell them to you accordingly to the price above, making it more and more expensive to purchase the in the profile. Buying creator coins and locking money into the profile by selling. All right, so selling destroys the coins. Can you get them back though? So this is a mystery. This is something that's come up. Is you destroy the coins, all right? But do you mint more coins, right? Generally fewer. Is 1,500 your max on that? And these are questions that I need to take back to the group. This is often referred to as automated market maker, right? And it's the same concept that powers protocols like Uniswap and Bancor. So, okay, it's being worked on there, so we'll say that. Oh, sorry. How's this now? Is this better? My audio is low. How's that? Check, check, check. Audio check. I just saw seeing your thing here on there. Let me check my settings on that. Check, check, check. That should be better. I didn't have my headset on. So we don't know. All right, let me just run through everything really quick again. I'm not going to thing here. So you create the coins. The coins were going to go up every time there's a million sold. They're going to go up in more value. They double in value every million sold. Okay. And this guarantees, this is what the investors, like this kind of guarantees the investors their return, right? If you're doubling, this is kind of crazy return that they're getting on there. No wonder they got $5 on that. And I wonder how many, and this is not fully disclosed, how many coins and stuff did the other people get, right, on there. This needs to be disclosed. And the curve, this is your token. We do not know, do you run out if you destroy? It prices down, but does it keep making them? Below is a graph of what a creator coin looks like with a function, how many creator coins are in the profile. We also included a table that shows some of these values. Both of these assume that Bitclout price is $16. Well, it's not $16 anymore, is it? It's already at $150. Note that the equivalent network creator coins include ratio. You'd like to pay the number itself. Play with the numbers yourself. All right. Okay. Cool. So so USD price right now, right, is what? Let me move this here. Go here. So let's see. The price. Where is the price? So it's 140. Wow. So if we go back to the 140 here, what? Oh, that's probably why. Okay, yes. Ah. Let's see if I have access, because I'm on because I'm on Windows, it wouldn't let me edit the thing, but I should be able to change this now. Oh, view only. What the fuck? You know what? Let's just grab this, copy it, copy. Let's go to mine. Let's go to Foundups spreadsheet. Let's create a new tab. Let's put this here. All right. And now I can change this. All right. Thank you very much for giving me this doc. So we know this is 140, right? Was that right? 140? Okay. So on this here. All right. So
USD profile. Okay, I don't know what I'm reading here. Maybe someone else can explain this. It did change everything. But look at these numbers as they get down here, right? Look at these crazy ass fucking numbers down here. It's all right. These numbers are going to be insane. Okay, I can make them a little smaller. What are these things here? Coin market cap. So at coin market cap, USD. Let's look at some like Musk or something. I don't know what I'm looking at. USD. I wish someone could explain this to me. Let me see if I get someone to come and explain this to me.
But weird to me, I'm saying weird to me, but this natural fear that assigns Bitclout a lot more value than it has, which is super ironic, and it's coming from the skeptics. Bitclout does not purport to measure your value, and it's something you'll hear from a lot of skeptics. Because how I know that everyone's maintaining the platform, because they're already assuming that skeptics are already assuming that the system is not only accomplished what it set out to accomplish, but somehow became the standard for value. So what I'll say to prove my point is that, one, this site seeks to measure value. It doesn't seek to assign, or I'm sorry, measure clout, not assign clout. And that's a big thing that people need to understand. And the reason why that one is important is because, like, the reason why my price is so high is because of my activity on Clubhouse. Obviously, we know time is money, and then people are assigning to the public what they consider my intelligence worth. So that's a measurement of something that, regardless if there was a monetary denomination, people would have a social understanding, right? We understand that through compliments, through likes, you know.
Ali, can I jump in? I had a quick question. I'm working on translating the
Yes.
Hey,
Could I also have just like a brief follow-up on that? Yeah. So I'll just finish with this and then let you follow
this
up.
guy is so fucking verbose. Ali, he just goes on and on and on.
Like that. But anyway, so the last part is something that's really hard to understand unless you're on the platform, and I hate when people, use experience-based arguments. So I've tried to really tackle this question as much as I can, because the
Hey, Lovey.
advocates are describing it wrong, and so the skeptics are hearing it wrong, and the skeptics are seeing screenshots, and then they're like getting up.
Send you Lovely. I sent you a follow, and I'm gonna always, if you do anything,
They're participating in their own betting pool. They are literally benefiting off of me, and so
benefiting off of me. I am so great. Listen to this guy how he talks. Right? I am so great. The reason why I have so much money. The reason why I'm so great. This is aggravating. Ego.
to slow down my buying and to encourage my scarcity, and I disclosed that on Clubhouse several times. And so what I would say is that if you hear the advocates,
He is so full of himself. It's like it makes me want to chant.
not yet. What it is providing a utility by which you might build stuff on top of it that pays creators, or it allows people utility that allows them to come up with verbal and social contracts and agreements, like, hey, I'll send you an NFT if you're one of my top holders. But the platform itself does not do anything that the advocates have said that it does. And so when you understand that, my presence on the profile is more like a Yelp review or a Google card or a Crunchbase or an angel listing of a company, but I'm the user and I'm the listing, then it's easier to understand, like, this is providing me liquidity to be in that same game of speculation with every other profile. So my relationship with everyone else is actually more important than my relationship with my own profile. My own profile does not affect my value as a human being, my self-worth,
I agree with that.
or my
I agree with that.
income. There's no reoccurring model here. In fact, I've argued that the bonding curve discourages that. And I said if this platform fails, it will be because it's married itself to the DeFi community, which is obsessed with this
I gotta go get my charger.
Hearing something and panic selling or panic buying and, kind of increasing the volatility of like, because you were giving advice of like buying your own coin, which is also like something that I initially thought of, like you should buy your own coin so that you are in control of the share of it, and that you have financial growth with other people's investment in you and your perceived growth as a person. But I feel like it just introduces a lot of volatility. But it's just something that we want. I'm sorry. Which is what we want. We want volatility. We don't want anyone who only goes up. So like in any monetary system, you want volatility, and then you want liquidity. And that's the crazy thing about what the Bitclout developers may have accidentally stumbled on, is they've taken 20, 25 years of what we thought about, before tokens, okay? What we thought about coming up with algorithms for reputation, they threw that all out the window. Or they would be coming up with some grand algorithm like these other sites have for follows, likes, and some like some super subjective thing, but like objective measurements. Instead, Bitclout has said, here's the bonding curve, you're just going to live with it. And what's interesting is it's working better than any site any of us can remember on the internet. And so it's very, very fascinating that we humans may have actually been waiting for something more stupid.
Let me. I'm going to throw. Can I be devil's advocate? Can I do a counter on both of you just to give another side point of view, because I disagree with kind of what you're doing, and I've been going through the white paper, and I'll point out why what you're saying is incorrect. Okay, number one, every million tokens it doubles. So the simple fact of buying and selling and trying to be a yo-yo, anyone who builds steady and treats this like a marathon, and this actually gives validation to the 20%. If you have your score low and you're only taking 1% or 0, you are going to be that yo-yo. And people like AJ or what's your name there? The popular guy. Sorry, I forget your name. Was talking. Ali, people like Ali is going to ride all over you because they're going to pump and dump the shit out of you. Now, someone like me who puts like, you know what? I'm working. I think I'm worth 20%. If I stick with this in the long term, and this is why I wanted someone who could come to my Twitter, because I don't understand this chart and explain it, right? I actually copy pasted it over to my financials. And to explain what this means for the video that I'm currently making right now. So my point is this, is that no, you don't have to be a yo-yo. You don't have to kind of pimp yourself out, because the way that they've built this, the simple fact that every million issued, it doubles in price. If you are getting 20% and someone is pumping and dumping, you're always getting that 20% that they're putting into you. So they are going to, in the long run, work. Here's the example. Basically, I went from 0 to the price of Litecoin in one day. How is that fucking sustainable? It's not. This whole system is broken, right? And they don't realize it, because with all due respect, all of you, investor types and pump and dump types think you're onto this next great friggin', thing. And instead of it being a market, it's people, right? All right, that's it. That's my point. So if I could have one of you mathematicians come to the Twitter, right, and I'll make a private group, hey, and talk me through this, because I want to understand this chart. I added the current price to it. The numbers are just insane looking down here, and I just want to understand that. So if someone could send me a private, I'll get out of here and I'll finish this video. That's all.
Excellent. This is Tori. I got something for Ali. Breaking news, if you don't mind. Sorry about that.
Foundups Twitch, by the way.
Okay. So, Ali, you're bearish on me, man, but I'm bullish as fuck on you. So
Chaz? I don't know.
No, I mean, I just dropped to 20, so you're talking.
Oh, no. I don't think it's going to. I kind of like railed. I completely disagree with what they're saying. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, them running this like pumping and dump. Because basically saying, let's pump and dump people. And I'm saying, no. You can you can just be solid and smooth, and just on these numbers, they should go up. So I can't change these. I don't know. Those are the different things. USD and profile. Let's see if someone's going to keep on here. I wish Tom would. I wish someone would join me. I don't know. All right, we'll have to leave this. So maybe someone who could make a video and explain this. So let's just do it this way. I don't understand. This is the current price right now. USD and profile. I'm at $200, right? Coins sold. My coin price is actually my coin price is 2 here, right? I don't understand this shit. I just know these numbers get crazy big, right? And this is where they're headed. And this is not sustainable on that. All right, let's go back to that since I'm not going to get, and I don't see anyone calling. And I make sure I'm mic'd here. So let's see here. Where is the sheet here? All right. I don't understand this, but obviously this equals this. Creator coin price. So here it is. The creator coin price is going to go up. People are going to dump it. And the thing is, you're always going to get your tokens, right? Does your tokens, the tokens you own represent the price? Maybe I'm wrong on there. Maybe you want to sell out. After a while, you sell out and bring it down, and you constantly, find the sweet spot. Founders word. Every profile allows the creator to keep certain percentage, all right, of their tokens as a founder's reward. For example, if someone sets the founder's reward at 10% and someone bought 100 of their tokens, then 10 tokens, right, will be used to buy the creator coin. These tokens would be the creator's wallet rather than the purchasers. Importantly, the founder reward is only paid on the net buys. Aha. All right, this may be important. This may actually, my system may be broken. So if someone were to buy 100 Bitcoins and sell and then buy again, the creator would only have 10 Bitclout of their own in the end. Thus, the creator can only own 10% of the total supply by setting the founder's reward 10%, while being aligned with increasing. I don't understand this, man. I'm just dumb, right? Every profile allows the creator to keep a certain amount of percentage of the coin that are created as a founder's reward. For example, if someone sets their founder reward for 10% and someone bought 100 Bitclout of their own, then 10 Bitclout, right? I would get 10, right? And that would be used to buy the creator's coin. And those coins would go to the creator's wallet rather than the purchasers. Okay. It goes to my wallet. Okay, cool. So it goes to my wallet. So it means that I have those to use, right? So it's not going, the main thing was like, does it go towards the price of my coin? It's going to my wallet. So that's good. So let people pump and dump you. You're always, if you have 20%, you're always going to get that thing. And then and then ultimately the coin is always going to double, which is going to cause that price, right? Your creator price to always go up over time, kind of like Bitcoin. So my sentence, like be the next Bitcoin, you are, based on this exponential growth of 1 million, doubling 1 million over, it's going to get to that price. So your value of the coins that you have in your system, right, over the longevity means that you will be the next Bitcoin. I think I need someone to read that and verify that. Above being sold, the creators play inside. The creators simply buy their coin up front, then they create their profile and they set their founder reward to 0. This works because the coin are cheapest at the beginning of the curve, um, and it has the upshot of reducing the friction of subsequent purchases of the coin. We think the better way of creators to own a piece, right? So we think the better way of creators to own a piece of the upside of their coin is simply to buy their coin up front. So yeah, so buy your coin up front. And then set their founder's reward to 0. Oh wait, then set their founder's reward to 0. This works. This works because the coin are cheapest at the beginning of the curve, and it has the upshot of reducing friction on subsequent purchases of their coin. All right. But this is, but I don't understand why putting it 0 with the friction, right? I don't know. All right. I don't know why they're putting that recommendation in here. So you buy and then move your thing. We think they're giving advice. All right. I don't know what you guys think. What do you think of this here? What is this saying right here on here? We think the better way to do it, right, is creators do one piece of their coin, simply buy their upfront, right? What's up? Hey there, Slick. So no, you need to come into Discord and did you set up your account? I can send you. I'm in Dogs. Let me go into Dogs. I'm in Dog's office. Oh, you can answer this. Come into Dog's office. You're the guy I need. Actually, we need. You know who we need? I need Data Besh. Where the fuck is Data Besh? Data Besh. What's up, brother? How you doing? Are you in here? Can I hear? Heard someone come in. Come into Discord. I'm in Dog's open virtual office. Say fucking brother too. Let me call brother. Get him in here. It's fucking. I'm up all night again. Are you? I just put $10. So I just put $10 on myself, and I'm at 20%. But I don't understand. We need to figure out the gamification of this. Let me call brother too. Can you? I'm gonna invite a bunch of people. All right. Let's see. I get Mike.
What's up, man?
Sup? Dude, you're the guy. You can fucking maybe not. You fucking trying to figure out this math here. Are you good with math?
I'm trying to understand what this BitCloud even is.
All right.
What is this?
Okay. So this is basically what I want to build. Okay, cool. This is what we want to build. I actually am making this video here, and you can watch. I talk about it, so I'm not going to go back over it. So when I finish doing this video, what I'm trying to understand, and Daniel's coming. Daniel, I'm getting one of the founders of Ethereum Classic is coming into Discord.
Nice.
You'll get to meet Daniel on that. Could you turn your outbound out a little bit? I don't know if I'm loud or not. Let me turn this down. You guys can hear me. Let's see if Mike. Let's see. I'll see if our CTO can come. Can you come to Discord? So, all right. You see. All right. So you see. This is what I'm trying to figure out here. All right. So what Clout is? It's a monetized Twitch on Twitch. Twitter. Monetized Twitter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Twitter is, right? So
I got a Twitter.
So I'll just go run through. So here is my profile, right? So this is here it is. If I go to my my home, Chigao, my profile, right? So here I am, UnDaoDu, Sahdu of Bitcoin, blockchain AI, right? UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu. Prophesied 5,250 years ago by the mind zodiac to share the vision, right? Of the fifth age, right? 2021, and this is cool because I have a date. I realized that 2012, 12/21, right? And it ushers in the fifth, the new thing. Because we're gonna fork this. This is what we're forking, by the way. 2021, 12/12. So the fork happens. The fork, as prophesied by UnDaoDu, is gonna happen on 2021, 12/12, right? 12/12, right? That's the fork date. So hopefully by then they're going to be open source. We'll have it all worked out, and then we're going to announce the fork. And I'm going to go in my robes and face the sun and chant. And when I'm finished with my chanting, I'm going to stomp my foot down, and the fork is going to happen as prophesied by Shigamatra. And I'll invoke her spirit. Right? We're going to have this big ritual, big bonfire. It's going to be this amazing thing. And I'm going to invite Vitalik to come and drink tea with me. I was like, here, son. Come drink tea with your dad. Thank you. You did it, right? On it. So, all right. So this is Twitter, right? So here is I can do my little tweets here, right? I can look at my, when will the DeFi app app to short people get made? All right, I don't know. I fucking just love it. It's fucking dumb, but yeah, let's love it. Just this guy's active. I want him to invest in him. So like, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna give him some UnDaoDu love. So when I invest in someone, I gotta do a little chanting because I'm giving them the do, baby. They're getting the do in. All right, what's he saying? I'm in the comms. Hold on, just make sure. Just join. Just join. Okay. Try to get people in here. So let's see here. What I'm looking for is Daniel. So I got to get the golden. What is that called? That golden. This number here. UnDaoDu. So I'm like follow him. I don't know if I bought him already. See, I have to it doesn't have. They need a notification here that says I bought. I don't know if I bought him already.
The buy is still available. The buy is still available there. Have you not bought him?
Yeah, you can always buy, but I think if I go to my wallet, let's see if he's here. I bought him already, dude. Wait. Creator coins. Oh yeah, I bought him.
Oh yeah.
Right.
How much have you bought of them? 276.
So this is cool, right? Look at me. I'm already up. Hey, I've been chanting UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu. So basically my value started today at 0. Okay, right? And now my wallet is valued at $1,500. So I could sell out, and I went from 0. I invested I put in $200, right? I have $100 left, right? And I'm at $1,500. And actually, you can't cash out, but there is kind of a market where I could go in and cash out. People will buy them. I could cash out and leave today at $1,500. So here's what's interesting. This is why we're going over the thing. So you do little posts, right? So for example, what I'm going to say here, right? What do you mean create my first post? I already created my first post. Go here. Hey, I'm talking through. Let's see, talking through the
I had to get it popped. Remember, they had to take the core of it out because some foreign body got in my finger.
Brother, I'm trying to make a video here. I got people
I'm hoping it's.
We got
you can see something dark.
His ass. Sorry guys, let's say mute. Fucking hey, dude. He's got like beautiful wife and 4 kids. It's like a circus when he's on. You should watch our if you want to see, like, go down and watch our videos. This is, by the way, Dostrasis. And I got all these cats, and now they're all angry at me. Why didn't you guys guess in the fucking cryptos a year ago? I've been playing with them for over a year. And they were like, yeah, Bitcoin. You may want to buy some. That was just like, right, Dos?
Yeah. You would mention it every now and then a year ago, but
yeah, I was like, yeah. Why don't you get
I wish you would have hammered it. I wish you would have hammered it in a year ago.
Well, I'm a Sahdu, man. If I hammered it in, it'd be me like kind of throwing, if I go around and start saying, "Hey, stop believing in your Christianity. You got to come to the do,
Yeah, that is
UnDaoDu,"
true.
right?
That's
So
true.
it's like all I can do is share it. Say, "Hey, you may want to look at it." I'm not it's a metaphysics, and so this guy, I can like this guy, right? Ooh, wow, shit! I'm gonna buy some of that. I'm
So
buying.
you
I'm look.
you put
I'm buying some of that right there. Did I
you
already?
put $100 in, and you
I'm,
could cash out for
I could
15 right now.
I could cash, but you can't take it off the server because they're new FCC. They're playing things. Hold on, what's the fucking hell? Woo!
It's probably a bot account.
No, there's no bot
Well,
accounts.
well, anybody can make an account for any. I mean, I can make an account for any
You
celeb,
think
can
that's
I?
a bot?
I mean,
If they're a Twitter, you could make you know what? That's a fucking brilliant idea.
that's what people are doing. I'm sure that's what people are doing.
No, she's been verified. So she's been verified as her Twitter account.
But look at Mr. Beast YouTube. That's not even verified. Somebody just snatched that up.
No, it's not in yet. He's not in yet. The blue means they've already been in. No, his money is just going up because people have invested in him.
But then nobody owns that yet.
No, because they don't have a blue, right? Account is
Ah,
verified. So all the top guys are in here, right? On this, I'm curious if I got some of her. I
so
don't care.
are you verified?
Yeah, I'm verified.
Okay.
I went to my Twitter and sent it right to verify.
So you just
So
link your Twitter to this.
you send your private key. So I'm going to give her 0.0. I'm going to give her just a little bit. So I either give you the full UnDaoDu. I'd love to do you, girl. All right. Well, I'll live fantasy world right there. All right. So I can preview. So I put 60 cents into it. Confirm buy, right? On there. Woo! I'll just pretend that was something else, right? We won't even
And
go
what is
there.
your 60 cent? And where does that 60 cents go?
So now if I go to my wallet, as she grows up in value, right? If I go to my wallet, okay, you see her on here. Where's that crazy good looking girl? See, you have all the people, right? So what I
Yeah.
did was, I got Dogecoin, little Doge. There she is. So she's already. So I put 60 cents in. I guess that's what I can sell for, and I can sell it out, right? So
You've already made 2 cents.
what I think so. What, 4 cents, whatever. I don't know. So this is these. See, I put really small amounts, right? Be- All right, hold on. Why did this go up?
Oh, sorry, you got my bad.
Hold on.
I think it depends if the Bitcoin is being trapped up to back.
All right. So right. So there is something. So I've been going over the white paper here, right? So where's Daniel? What's Daniel doing? Hold on. Let me talk to Daniel. Talking about
All right.
bit. Let's see. What is this called? Bitclout.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about that. He's busy now. All right. So going back to the white paper. Sorry, guys. Daniel, he's the founder of one of the founders of Ethereum Classic. Couldn't make it get on here. So this is the paper. Okay. So there's some key things. Let's go back over this here. Right. So this tells you it's new social network. Blah blah blah. Right. You speculate on people. Right. There's two types of coins. There is the creator coin, right? And then there is this Clout coin. The Clout coin, they minted 2 million of them. They gave a bunch out, right? Some went to the founders, some went to investors, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this one doubles. This is important right here. BitClout doubles every million Bitcoin BitClout sold. But I did here, right here. Just right. So think about that. So think about it. So here's my strategy. I'm going to get in. I'm going to put my little coins in there, right? As this network grows, I'm going to be active. I'm just going to, have a lot of, put a lot of investors. As these young investors, and that's why if you notice, like all my coins, 158, like these coins, 134, right? And look at the name. So what I did, I looked at 3 criteria. Number one is I went to top creators here, okay? And we're going to write a little bit of a script that's going to take me to the bottom. Right, follow. Let's do Wall Street Bets, man. I'll fucking buy him.
Jack hasn't got his set up yet.
He's active, right? He's
He didn't have the blue. He wasn't the verified yet, or Jack wasn't.
Jack, no. Hold on, let me go back to my thing here. All right, let me go get my number. I gotta get my UnDaoDu. Because I think Wall Street Bets, you think about it, once all those little Wall Street bettors come in here, what do you think is gonna happen to Wall Street Bets? Everyone's gonna fucking do Wall Street Bets, right? So
yeah,
right. So that'd be a good one. So here is the golden number, put 0. UnDaoDu, right? And then, boom, confirm the buy. All right, celebration. I have sent the dew in your direction, right? So, so I don't believe in kind of supporting these top guys, right? For the most part. Now, what I did was I bought everyone on the Mind Zodiac. So everyone on, on UnDaoDu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do I have UnDaoDu? Pinterest. Fucking A, dude. Prezi. I got too much shit. If I can open up. All right. So as that's opening up, open up my Prezi. Let's close that one. Let's close that one. All right. So there's Prezi. Okay. Go here. UnDaoDu. So all of these figures. So what I'm doing is I bought all these figures here, right? Actually, I'm gonna. So I have to, as the Sahdu of Bitcoin blockchain AI, I have to pretty much invest in all of those, right? I have to support my people, even though they don't know I'm their Sahdu, right? They're just not awake yet. So if I was to present this, right, going through this, have you seen this at all?
Yeah, I've seen. I know each one of these.
Yeah, so this Bitcoin.
I don't know who they are, but
I've
seen you name them.
Right, this is the AI, right?
Yeah,
so
and that's you.
UnDaoDu, that's me, and there's that's the summer influenza, that's the coronavirus, Black Lives Matter, the fucking January 6th, climate change, all the fucking problems facing humanity. It's called the Natsukaze, and it's going to get worse and worse. It's the head of the Ouroboros eating itself. And then there's the cyberpunks. These are the guys who code it out, right? One of these on it. One of these is Hal Finney, who worked for NSA, who hacked it, and I have an idea of who the others are. And there's Brock right here. That's Brock, the elephant. Actually, let me go back. The elephant in the room, right? He's smiling and staring at the cyberpunks because he was selling imaginary gold in 97, 98. He was selling gold on Ultima Online, and then he sold gold on EverQuest, and then he sold gold on WoW. He made his millions selling gold, right? So when he saw Bitcoin, he was like, "Fuck, I know where this shit's going," right? Look at him, look at Brock. He's fucking smiling. He's got the bandana. He's got his long hair. He's like this little short. Yeah, it's like fucking Brock. It's fucking Brock every which way. So here is Satoshi. Ephemeral, who the fuck is Satoshi? And there's Bitcoin hovering. And look, it even has the crosses, right? The 21 million, the foundation, right? They even put the little etches in there. Now this image is 5,250 years old. This is from the Mayans, right? Here is the Winklevoss twins. I'm not sure which is Tyler and which is Cameron. I don't know. Anyone have an opinion? Which is which? But basically, I don't know. I don't know which is heavier. Obviously, this guy is this guy. I think this is the younger brother. Who is younger? This is the older. I get the feeling this is the older brother, right? Don't you? Kind of like. I don't know.
Yeah, usually the older is usually a little smaller too. Younger's always a little bigger.
Oh, really? You think that's the bigger one on the right? I think that's the older one on
I,
the right. I don't know.
I think the
Anyway.
one on the I think the one on the right is taller.
Yeah, he's taller, or I don't know, taller. He's got what's his backpack? I mean, I'd have to like talk to them and ask him. Like, there's some stuff in here hidden, and he's at that we'd have to kind of it's there, and that's oh let me go back and then staring is very important. You see that figure on the right, that's Ethereum Joseph, right? That's Joe Lubin, and he's fucking look. He wants to devour them. He's so jealous of their success with Bitcoin, and he wants to devour them with Ethereum, right? So that's that there, and then over here. This is important because this is the founder of actually Ethereum, Matthew N. Wright, and he's the cougar. And look what he's staring at. Who is he wanting to devour? Bitcoin, Satoshi.
Bitcoin.
He wants to replace it. Yeah. So Ethereum was developed to crush Bitcoin. People don't realize that. That's why it was developed by Matthew, and Matthew was blacklisted from Bitcoin talks, and he was a fucking ass, But he ran away with about a bunch of Bitcoin, supposedly, whatever, and he went missing, and no one's ever heard of him since. So, and over here these are the Ethereum guys right here. This is the investor, the first guy who made it happen, right? He's right there staring at the other ones, and he was as a demon to kind of warn me. He's the one I nearly committed suicide because of him. Just fucking November, this last year because he fucked me over on my event. I kind of, I deserve it in hindsight, right? But basically, he at the last minute said, "Hey, I've rented a boat," and took everyone. I had like 200 RSVPs, and no one came to my event in Osaka for DEF CON 5. And I was like, and it was because I know it's because of him. It was like warning me. This is Mihal Lisi, right? This is keyboard, this is the mouse, this is monitor, this is me looking through Skype. That's how we interacted. I never talked to him, but I spent a lot of time. So the mind is like, well, he doesn't have a shape. Kind of looking through something, and there's some things that he's tapping on, and there's another thing that he's moving. So this is Skype, right? And there's the and my monitor. I can show you this monitor. It has these kind of little stands on it. Here's there's Lubin. There's Skype. And then this is Vitalik, right? The little bunny rabbit. Who are we gonna put? Because on LinkedIn, I was listed as a VC. So we're like, oh, he's gonna sue the shit out of us. Let's put this 19-year-old who's never connected with him, that came up with it out of his own. He's just a brilliant guy. Never excuse it. Now look at this. You see the unicorn, the ear. It's like a bunny rabbit. The thing.
Yeah.
But they didn't have horses, right? This is DEF CON 5. Looking down, there's the ear, there's the lines of saddle, there's the thing, right? If let's go back again, right? Look at it again. You see it? There's the tail.
It's also the horse.
It's the horse of DEF CON 5. When I went and did my event, it knew I was going to be at DEF CON 5. So the moment I saw this DEF CON 5, and it's 5, my open hand 5, I knew I had to go, and I had to go, and my events ended up being the day of the day of DAO, and the day of Do. If you go to Blockfest, right? So if I go to, there's my son. That's a great picture, isn't it? Great picture.
Yeah.
Hold on. If I go to Blockfest, right? All right. This was my event page, blockfest.jp, and originally, I mean, the event kept, and I never planned it. At the end, it was like, well, it's going to be, so we love, and I spent like $5K on swag for Andrew Yang. The reason why Andrew Yang is loved by fucking the blockchain is because of me, man. Everyone had a fucking
Really?
Yang. Yeah, everyone. I mean, there was all these people all over the world came to this event, and they all left with freaking Yang hats, right? I had Yang hats everywhere. So these were my 3 events. I had this was Do, AI will unravel everything, right? Bitcoin will unravel fiat. That was the first day, right? And then DAO, blockchain unravels Wall Street. So the idea was the first day was going to be talking about Bitcoin. This day was going to be talking about blockchain, and this day was going to be talking about AI, right? And I was going to share, right? I didn't have I didn't have the new logo yet, because the new logo was that new logo was announced on this. I shared it. That was the coming out. I revealed the new prophecy, right? The Mind Zodiac prophecy was revealed on this, and I just had this. This was the old one, and the fund and everything else. And my goal was simple. We're gonna seed and launch 5 DAOs, and there would be each of them on that. So here was no one showed up, and I was gonna get to the roof. And DevCon, right? If we look down here, so this hotel's right here, like where Andrew Yang is, like where this is here, and this big conference center. So I literally could have drank all this alcohol. This was my plan. Seriously, I was fucking seriously considering this, right? Had 5 Sahdus not shown up, and fucking basically, I'll tell you the story, and I was going to drink all my alcohol, right? I was going to go to the roof. I was going to jump down and die. You have to understand Japanese police. If I would have died on the fucking street out front, the police would have been all over. They would have closed down DEFCON 5. It would have been, it would have been national news. It would be like, what happened? Who killed him? No one would be able to fucking leave. They would have been, that's how they are here. They would have like, what happened? Why did this guy kill himself? It would have been fucking epic, right? It would be epic. It would be,
So why did no one attend the event? You said that the guy bought a boat.
So
he took him out on a boat.
Yeah. So this guy here, right? This Lubin guy, right? Wherever this thing here, right? So this is why UnDaoDu, he's painted as the demon to watch yourself. Okay, that he is, So what I did, right? Because I am connected, like so and here's the guy. Here's Joe here, right? If I go to Joe, there he is, Joseph. All right, so there's Joe Lubin, right? Because I am connected. Now you have to understand, I spent there's a history with me and Joe. In 2016, I showed up at DevCon 2, right? I raised 10 million in an offering for Foundups to launch as an ICO in spring 2017. We would be, I'd be a fucking, billionaire right now. I'm there, and DevCon 2 happened right after the DAO, and Ethereum Classic was less than a month old, right? And Daniel, that was going to come in here, was one of the developers that kept Ethereum Classic alive. There was 5 of them, and I'm at DevCon 2, and all of a sudden Lubin shows up and says, "You're that guy. You're that guy." That's all he said to me. He points to me. He goes, "You're that guy. You're that guy who says you created Ethereum, right?" Because they obviously imagine I'm there, I'm talking, I'm interviewing, and I'm there representing Ethereum Classic. And I did UnDevCon, and actually I could show you, but I had a website, UnDevCon2.com, right? UnDevCon. So it's like the UnDevCon, right? They had DevCon 2. I had UnDevCon 2. And I was making it an under conference where people could talk, and I was doing videos, and like all of these under conferences that go on with it, I did the first one, right? For Ethereum. Now it's kind of like a thing on it. So, but this is the power, right? So this is how Lubin got back at me. So imagine I'm doing this event. I want to pimp out this event. It's happening there. I'm spending close to $100 grand on this fucking thing, right? And I wasn't able to get any sponsors, everything else. So here is the beautiful thing, people. Because I'm connected to Joe, right? I can connect to every single fucking employee of Consensus, right? So what I did, right? I'm kind of desperate. I need to fill like everything else. So I go connect, add note, thanks. Yeah, I look forward to see you at DevCon 5. Thank Joe. Tell Joe I said hey, right? So imagine I sent 500 of these little notes out on LinkedIn. Can you imagine what happened to him? Oh yeah, who's that UnDaoDu guy? Actually, it was Mike Trout. Yeah, we're gonna go to that thing. And I had like 200 RSVPs. He got so mad, he fucking blocked me, right? When he did that, right? So I made a video going, "Joe, I just had to have some fun with you, man. No hard feelings." And I made this video and I shared it with him, and he unblocked me and refriended me, right? So the thing is that I spent 3 hours arguing with Joe about the whole thing. And at the time, that's when I had Brandon Kersner there. He's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, we had Don Perry on. We're celebrating the big, the deal, there. And he's there, and he's seen all this champagne, and Brandon's paying for everything there. And I'm having this big debate, and he's like hammering away, right? And it was like this amazing fucking, memory and event and everything else. And he knows I'm right. He knows, because he knows about Small Planet and everything else. And nothing he could, and it's because he's actually pivoted to something called not conscious capitalism. Not conscious capitalism, but conscientious capitalism. And I laugh at that because that's basically what I call social beneficial capitalism. So my interacting with him changed him. He's a changed person. He actually, he's no longer the demon. But at that event though, right? Because I did that, I had 200 RSVPs. He basically, sent out, it's like, hey, we're all going to go on a boat, and he rented a boat out, and no one showed up to my event. And this was my crucifixion. It was my undoing. It was the collapse of my ego. It was.
Were you up there? Were you at your event?
Of course, yeah. Of course, I was at my event. Yeah. So So basically, what happened was, I had hired some cosplay girls. They were handing out flyers all day. Imagine I've put all this energy, all this money. This is like a $20,000 venue that I fucking rented, right? And I get there, and just a handful of people. Like no RSVP. Zero of all my RSVPs showed up. Zero. Only my staff, a couple other people, And here's the other thing. My investors that I had, came down from Tokyo, so I had a private room back there. I had a room for media. I had the TechCrunch RSVP'd. The editor of TechCrunch magazine, right, which I'm connected to, had RSVP'd. So I was like, man, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna do the talk, and we're gonna let other people talk their ideas, and blah blah blah. And so you can imagine, and I had to walk my investors out, and how, I had to be like, and I had just had a dinner with them earlier, and it was just like horrible, man. I just wanted to drink all the alcohol and fucking jump off the roof. I really did. And I really would have, except for the cause girl says, well, what are we doing tomorrow? And you can imagine, I was like, nah, there ain't no tomorrow. I'm thinking to myself, I'd already walked the people back. She's there. I'm like, I'm taking the fucking swam dive tonight. I don't care, fuck it. This is because I was like role playing now. It's like, dude, maybe the people will look at my work then, and they'll, and this will be the attention I need. My mind was going just in a crazy place, right?
Yeah.
You know how that is. So when it turns out, she had a dog. She had like a vision thing, She was American, and what it turns out, when I come back, actually she left before they left because I had to leave, and she was like, well, what are we doing now? I said, well, leave. When I came back, right, there were fucking 5 looking homeless dudes in my 5-star VIP fucking event, just sitting around eating my expensive food, and my team knew something. They knew I was crushed, man. My fucking team knew, and they were trying to hold it together. I had a friend of mine come down from Tokyo. He's like, hey, Mike. He's like his name's Sergio. Goes, hey, Mike, look, people came. I'm like, look at these guys. They were barefoot. They had, some guys weren't wearing shoes. But the thing was weird to me was they weren't Japanese. I mean, I knew it was like, the only thing. It was like, it's like they're homeless people. They're homeless people eating my shit in my room. And I'm like, and they're like, Mike, come talk to him. They kept grabbing, come talk to him. And I was like, I want to drink and I'm going to fly, right? That was my mindset. So I'm like, I said, fuck it. I said, fuck it to myself. I said, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Come on. Come to the stage. I had a stage set up and everything, on it. So I was up on the stage. I don't know if I have the pictures down here. No, this is the thing.
So you spoke some?
Yeah, I had a stage set up, and this was the thing that I have actual pictures on my phone. I'll share with them. I'll get them up there. So so there was 5 of them, and I started going into my spiel, and they fucking, it was just like really into it, and I'm like going, and they're like, oh wow, they just got it. They fucking got the vision, and I realized, I was like, man, if I'd had a room, and I would, would have done this and taught, others, I would, and in a way, it was like healing, because then I confessed what I was about to, I was like, I was like, well, come, and then I was like, yeah, come down and see tomorrow, and you guys can perform here, because they were performers for the DevCon, for DevCon 5. That's what they were. They were performers, sword swallowers and everything else. So we came down here and we drank down here, and I said, well, come tomorrow, and and then down here I confessed. So this was my tomb. So think of it on the biblical side. This is my crucifixion up on the cross. Right? I was crucified. Literally, I was fucking crucified. And then with them, thanks to them, the 5 Sahdus, they took me down here, and I confessed. I said, this is my tomb. This is, Jesus, roll him into a tomb, right? This is underground. This is actually the basement of it. I mean, the symbolism now, looking back at it, is kind of crazy. And then this is the resurrection, right? This is my awakening. So this fit the day of is October 8th, right? Is the day of undoing, right? Was the loss of me, the death of Michael Trout. That's why I go by UnDaoDu now. It was my physical death, the loss of my ego, right? And then the second day was healing, right? Was the healing of the wounds. It was a very, I had a few people show up. We had pizzas, we had beer, we had a fun time, right? It was a healing. And then finally this event here, actually people showed up, and this was amazing. And, on there. So, but I didn't make any money. It was all free. I didn't get sponsors. I ended up fucking throwing 3 fucking expensive parties in Osaka, right? So and that's why I'm like with this here, like this, I'm not doing that again. I'm not gonna go down that line. That's it. I'm not doing that shit again. And but that was the that's Lubin. So that's this guy right here.
That's great. That's a good story. That's crazy.
So, and then this is we already did this, and then going back around here, this guy here is Polkadot. There's Polkadot right here. This is Gavin Wood. He's the squirrel. Vitalik brought him onto the team to code. He did all the coding. He's a genius. He's a PhD, and he understands all the problems. And he built Polkadot, basically solving all the problems that Ethereum has. Ethereum is, like I keep saying, is Netscape. I doubt it'll be here 5 years from now. Polkadot and other things, it's gonna fall apart. It's gonna become like Ethereum Classic. It's just too. There's just too much political agenda, banking, right? That's why Vitalik's not really even part of. I mean, I don't think he's, he's not part of the events. Like, he's the organization.
Well, you think Ethereum's going to fall apart?
In 5 years, 5 years.
And you think Polkadot will also?
No, Polkadot won't fall apart. But Ethereum, I think Ethereum is Netscape. So this is our Aragon. This one here, if I go back, this guy down here, that's Aragon on the right. I don't know why I'm not on there, but that's Aragon is the DAO. So all of the stuff happening with the DAO is important. So that's Lewis and Jorge. I think I actually had I have a picture of them actually. So I've followed all of these guys on here. So except for actually I need to find Lewis and Jorge. I need to put them on there. And this is Michael. Oh, this is Michael Saylor right here. I didn't know. It looks like Michael Saylor, kind of droopy eye, kind of ugly. It looks like kind of. I think it does look like him, because he's really important, because he basically, I call it the Saylor effect. He's talking. See, he's talking, and he's looking. He's staring at Bitcoin, right? He's talking about Bitcoin. It's just like blah 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 blah. It's it's the most powerful thing, and blah blah blah, and there's nothing like it, and you should get it, and I'm putting all this. And what his contribution is basically everyone, all these corporations now are gonna get out of fiat and put that in there. So that's huge. He's exponentially increased the consumption of the most scarce asset on the planet on there.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, and I'm just a storyteller in the middle, right? Ushering it in. And this takes us back to this here, because this is what we're building. So in essence, if I was to go here, right, let me show you this here. All right. This platform represents this little bit right here. Okay. What they have built is this little bit right here. Is the idea, instead of the idea, it's not an idea, it's the person. You are the token, right? So they're tokenizing you. Does it validate? The people buy your token? Yes or no? And if it does, it grows, right? And if it does, it creates passive crowdfunding. That's the money in my wallet, right? I didn't fucking raise that money. I went from I went to $1,500. That's passive crowdfunding, right? Something that Ethereum said was unique to their platform. I'm describing a year before. Here it is again, same thing. So this whole platform right here, I don't know if I can zoom in here. I can't. Is that too small for you? Let me F11. That's a little better, right? So this is your profile, right? Does it validate? Do people invest? Do they participate, right? And this is the levels of participation right here. So there is no team, there is no proof of concept, there's none of this stuff here, right? It's just this part here and the fund, right? So what they build is this part right here. So what we're building. So this, we can fork this. And then all this is just modules onto this, right? The DAO module, which is Aragon, right? The open AI, on it, right? All that embedded, all that. So what it means is looking at the platform, what I'm going to do is take this DApp. I've already screenshot everything. I screenshot their whole app, right? So I'm going to redo their whole app. I'm going to take their white paper, and that's if you watch the video, this video that I'm going to upload. It's kind of long. I'm going to rework their entire white paper, right? And and then what we're going to do is we're going to say, and we're just going to fork it. I'm going to say we're forking this so as soon as it's open source, and the fork date is when? It's going to be, 12/12, 21. So it'll be interesting if they, and the other cool thing is these cats, right? Look at this here, right? These guys, this is also really exciting. If I go to, actually, let's just go to, are you on LinkedIn yet?
No, still not on LinkedIn yet.
You need it. All right. Well, set up on LinkedIn. Be your country music, whatever the fuck you're gonna be.
It's not country music, man.
Post your hey guys. No, but you can put your country music. You can share your music, right? No, I'm serious, right? Because I'm just talking Sahdu, man. You've got fucking talent, and you can NFT all this stuff and get you on these guys. And I'm sure these guys viewing right now, will pump up, right? Pump up your token. I will. Definitely. So what I was going to show you is
can you create your token for free on the
no, you've got to so all
on
you
Bitclout?
Yeah, so let's see yes, you can. You may be able to cuz you're American, right? All right, Bitclout. Right? So so I have two things, group and the company. On the company, all right? You can actually just view as a member. And I set this up so if I copy this address, I'm putting it into Discord, right? That address there will take you to the app. So you don't, because it's password protected on it. And what I wanted to do was what I've been doing, like anytime I'll make you an administrator. So anytime there's an article, positive or negative, right? I want you to, post it up here on it.
All right.
Okay.
On LinkedIn?
Yep. On it. And one of these articles, why am I missing? I should have 3 articles up here. I don't know why. There should be 3 articles. See all posts. Kind of stupid down here. All right. This one down here. I want to show you this. Let's see how much fucking Bitcoin they got in here. I think it may be there. No, where is it here? All right. So this is what this. All right. So one of the things is this proves we don't need to be. Let's see. No. This is like the following. One of these is like how much Bitcoin. There's a link here. Savvy users. They've raised. There's a thing here that says report wallet. Here it goes. Here's the wallet. So some guy tracked the wallet. Right. That's what I love about it. It's like, what do you have in your bank account, right? What do you have in your bank account?
165 million.
Oh, look at that. Internet server. Something went wrong with your server. Why?
You'll be able to fork Bitclout though?
Yeah.
It's open source?
Yep. If you read the white paper, yeah. Weird. It's gone. So he took off their ETH wallet was on there. I wish I would have saved it. Uh, you know what this is basically? This is AI recognizing that people are getting the paradigm, and they're like cutting. It's like no, you can't see this, right? But the bottom line is 3,000 Bitcoin. What that means is this, Das Rassus, is that here is an organization going back to their white paper. Okay, here's an organization. There is no company, right? There is, even though if there's disputes, it's out of Wyoming. So it means that the founder is in Wyoming on there. And understand that they have partnerships with some big VCs like Sequoia, and there's a whole bunch of VCs that they sold their coin to, which is doubling every million. So imagine that you're getting to $5. It's already at $100. It's already at $150. So so they're making a killing, and if they just hold on to it, they're going to make way more money. They're making just crazy money, right? Just crazy on it. So where does it say on here? Project. There is no company behind it, just the coin and the code, right? So this is what, right? There's no company, just the coin. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this, play Foundups, but play Foundups, blah 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 blah. It isn't. It's a tokenization framework, lets you and I'll tweak all this, so I can take all this, we can put some, we can basically I can update all this, and I've had it in the video, on that. So ultimately, what they've proven is we don't need the VCs, right? We have them as a model. This is what it's already happened. So we can,
if this keeps working,
right? And all we're going to do, so in the well, it's already done. It's already done 3,000. So going back to the system that I have is their system is, right? Their system, where is this? Okay, so their system is basically, here's Bitcoin, right? They build an app, and that Bitcoin is still here, and someone's controlling it, right? In our system, it's a DAO. So all that 3,000 Bitcoin would go here, right here where I colored it. You see the gold, right? That 3,000 Bitcoin that's been generated is owned by the stakeholders, the community, the members. Everyone that's participating on the platform owns it. And not only that, that pool isn't owned by me. I don't control it. None of the developers control it. Ultimately create stable coins out of all of this. Right? So all these tokens that are on the platform end up become stable coins because they're backed by this Bitcoin. So the bigger the Bitcoin, right? And what we're doing is just basically we're taking Bitcoin from the network and storing it into a vault, right? A vault that's controlled by algorithms and AI and deep learning, right? That's there just to protect it. That exists on every phone. So the framework where everyone who has a phone has a supercomputer, and everyone that's running that app on the supercomputer is basically running that. And maybe the fucking AI is just constantly moving the fucking money from place to place, encrypted, right? It's just constantly moving it, right? Or sharing it amongst everyone on their phone in encrypted little, some will figure out how to do it. So no one can ever get this Bitcoin, right? They could sue the shit out of me, doesn't matter. They could put me in jail, doesn't matter, right? Doesn't change. This is the global Bitcoin reserve for ushering in social beneficial capitalism, and it is this coin that ultimately ushers the ups, found ups, and ups. Once this hits a threshold of, let's say, 1 million Bitcoin, or let's say we have to do a number, right? 1.6, whatever we have to do something that fits in with the prophecies, right? So when it hits the special Mayan number, and they were very big in numbers. What happens is, imagine then you've got your little thing, you got your social media stuff, and all of a sudden a new token appears, right? A coin called the ups. And when you're helping grandma cook, and you're making a videotape, or like I spent 2.5 years taking care of my dad, and he's dying, and sacrificing everything else, and the AI knows, and there's proof of benefit, right? All of a sudden I hear this cha-ching, cha-ching. You just found ups. Dun, dun, dun. So imagine that I'm picking up trash on the beach, and that's all I do, and no one knows me, but the AI, right, knows what I'm doing.
How does the AI know you're picking up trash?
I'm taking pictures. It recognizes trash. It recognizes there's someone also that's networked that has it. That say, oh, thanks. Michael's doing a great job, and it's they're talking about it, right? People are liking it, but they got a small network of like 5 people. It doesn't matter. Proof of benefit is consensus is made. Ka-ching! I pick up a bottle. I shake it. I hear cha-ching, cha-ching. I just found ups in this fucking trash, right? So I'm working on a song, whatever. You just use your imagination. So ups cannot be it's just found, right? You found them. And the algorithm, as the AI awakens, as the AI doesn't really awaken, but as the consensus of the proof of benefit develops, and the more that it runs, okay, the more that it will learn, the more data it gets.
Yeah.
Right? It's all about data. So so you're dealing with, and there's the fifth age, and it's all because of clout. Clout is the gift, right? Bitclout is makes it possible.
When did you find Bitclout? Just recently?
Just like today, I think today was my last night. I was how did I find it? I was I was on Discord, right? No, I was on this thing here with these guys. I was on Clubhouse, right? And I was like, Bitclout, what the fuck is this Bitclout thing? So I went in there and listened, right? And I was like, this is interesting. So I went there and I was just like, wow. The moment I saw, I was like, holy shit. I didn't even read the white paper. I was like, holy shit. They this is what as a Sahdu, my special power is the things that I need manifest for me. That's my special power, right? The people I need manifest, the things I need manifest, right? And this is what we needed. So this is manifested. So now it's like here is the track record. Here is what it's done. Here is the code. It's like boom, UnDaoDu, I give you this. Right? And it was UnDaoDu. See, it's really UnDaoDu manipulating this guy who built this, right? To me. Really, this guy built it to give it to me, and this guy leveraged the VCs, right? To their, to pay for it, right? And ultimately it's going to be their, because this ends that whole, house of cronyism, right? So it takes us one step closer. So this November, man, this December, we're gonna have a big party.
We're 12.
Yeah.
How did your meeting go with that other guy that was he had the website where you can make your own coin? I was listening to some of that.
Yeah, so he's all gung ho, and it's cool because he's in. So we'll probably end up doing is once we're gonna the plan is I'm gonna basically mock everything up, do the white paper, keep building the network on here. Then what I'm going to do is once it forks, we're gonna basically host servers. We're gonna do a node in Pennsylvania where Mike is. We'll do a node in Shikoku where Matt is, right? My other friend who's a tech guy. He used to work for Google. And I'm gonna have him run a node on his servers. So we'll have three nodes running this, and then what we'll do is we'll launch it, on it. And it's this ours will not be viral like this because the way because what everyone see this is just stupid, man. This is just fucking ridiculous, right? Let me go back to my wallet, right? So you're telling me how long did it take Litecoin to get to let's see here. That's gone
$200.
Yeah, where was the thing?
You're at the top there. You're at 247.09, aren't you?
That's my price.
Of your coin.
This is my total. Yeah, this is my total, right?
So and that's what you made off of $100.
That's what basically. I made. Yeah, in one fucking day. How can this be sustainable? It isn't, right? This is greed. This is capitalism. This is the Ouroboros, right? This is the head of the Ouroboros devouring the planet. And that's the other thing that people don't get. And this is when I kind of like I handed it to Charles, right? Charles gets it. That's I think he gets it, right? He called Cardano after all the Ouroboros, right? The core of Cardano is Ouroboros. So the problem is that we have created a layer of we basically doubled our consumption of our limited resources with the blockchain because it was executed on the existing one. So we basically took our economy, which is devouring our planet. I actually have a cool little video here. This is a video. Look, here, you'll enjoy this here. Here, I'll do this one here. You'll look at all these videos and shit I have, dude. So where is it here? Here you go. This is from 2016, right? 2016. Dum dum dum. How do we save our planet? Foundups decentralized business model, right? All right. This is us. I go full screen here, right? This is us. We a little blue out of nowhere, right? We live on a planet with only a finite number of resources. This is the reality, right? And we have nowhere to go. People are like thinking we're gonna go to fucking Mars, right? We might as well go live under the oceans, right? Fucking, why don't you build? I would tell Elon, why don't you build civilizations, under our oceans first before you go to Mars? And if you can build a civilization and survive and grow it successfully under our oceans, then I'll believe in your Mars project, right? Doesn't that make sense? Like, it's like, okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Mars is a long way.
Yeah. So democracy, right, is sold out, right? It's because of the wealth and power. We've sold out, right? Occupy Wall Street, everything else is it's like this is the divide, and everything is out of control, and it's because all of this stuff that's going on ultimately is because of our our business model that favors the rich and the powerful over the few. And and corporations I have corporations. They're going to live longer than me. I mean, my corporations will never fucking die, right? On there. So this is the reality, right? This is 2016. This is basically without the blockchain. What do you think we are now with the blockchain?
Yeah.
This is with one economy with really no blockchain. So their business model is the head of the Ouroboros. We are eating ourselves off our own fucking planet. And we're doing it with smiles and happiness and everything else. And, all of these problems that we're seeing are just systemic outcomes of an endemically flawed system, our business model. Unless we slay this monster, right, we can't change anything. And what I realized was the only way to slay this is to create a new sandbox, because I can't go to the fucking idiots and say, fix it, right? So that's the inspiration of Ethereum. Right? And who is responsible for all this? Well, it's all this shit. It's capitalism, right? And if you zoom in, here's Apple. Look at what it's doing. All this shit for this beautiful iPhones. There you go. That's what you're looking at, right? And this is happening all over the world, Africa. This isn't sustainable, people, right? As we grow. Same thing with Coca-Cola. Look at our beaches. Have you ever been there? This is all these plastic manufacturers, 3M, everything else. Is this sustainable? Is there, this is, it's endemic. Here is our petroleum, right? And so on. Here is, deforestation and everything, corporations on it. And it's all because of, like we're seeing, like this app is a fine example, greed. I went to Litecoin in one day. And they don't care whether it has any sort of sanity. They just want to take as much as they can on it. So this is the reality of the corporation. This is actually an image from my 2011 presentation on SlideRocket describing the corporation. And really there's this 1% that launches it. Then you have the employees, and then you have the greater stakeholders. There's a divide. None of them. These guys own it. The lesser stakeholders. The greater stakeholders have no control over it. And these are the reality. They're selfish. They care about money, benefiting the 1%, spend billions removing barriers, lobbying, right? The wealth and power cycle. You should watch a video that I have, and this is a fact. Corporations are directly and indirectly responsible for pretty much every, barring natural disasters and
Oh yeah.
Right? And what I realized was transform the corporate. This is the DAO, right? Change the corporation, change the planet. But to change the corporation, right, we need to change the startup. So I was like, what if corporations were different? What if they reinvested this? I have this as DANOs now. So I changed this. Reinvested 100%. So now I have selfless DANOs, not decentralized autonomous organizations, but decentralized autonomous nonprofit organizations. And these tokens that people launch as ideas on their cells or anything else ultimately will become DANOs. Some of them will, not all of them. Some of them will. So the problem is, why would Sequoia and all these greens support this vision? Well, they cannot not support it right now because they've created the underlining stuff for it to launch. And again, that's what we have. Right. So how are they started? You have an idea. It goes through their funding networks, right? They get the capital by the 1%. They own, just like we saw with these tokens. And and back then, see, the thing is, people talk about the failure of the blockchain. Dude, only about 0.025% of pre-seed startups, become startups. These are pre-seed startups, all right? Just so you know, if you have a seed startup and you have access to accredited investors, seeded and pre-seed. Pre-seed, I'm a pre-seed. I have no accredited investors. My idea, right? So only 0.025%. Right? That's why I've been plugging away at this for 10 years, because eventually the parts are going to happen, right? I don't have, and the other thing too, this is a blue ocean strategy, right? All these ideas coming in, right, is, you've got all these gatekeepers like Techstars and Founders Institute and AngelPad and AngelList, and these are the 1% that want to own everything, right? And of these, about 99% of those fail, right? 1% of these succeed, so and become seeded. So, and this is where basically what we're looking at, the tokenized idea. So this is, I'm going to flip through this. I found up no gatekeepers, easy. So the in this framework here, I was trying to build the entire thing, where now what we can do is focus on the token, right? And the tokens then will come up. So this is where they have, this is the kind of the stuff there. Just kind of ideas, and this is the idea that some of these tokens, right? So putting them in terms today, some of these tokens will become these DANOs, and DANOs are communities that put 100% back into of the net profits back into the system. There is no accredited investors. There is no need, right? It's a self-contained cycle. It's that circle. And we only need one in 100, 1 in 1,000 to launch, and it's a self-driving wheel, right? So it's just self-driving, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So and OIF, the Open Innovation Framework, is what the blockchain is, right? Built on the blockchain. So here it is, and on there. So. And again, what they're building right now is this part right here. That's all it is. This little part right here, and all of this will come, for it. And who cares? Just create a platform for anyone to tokenize anything, NFTs, and so on, and have it, the valuation of it. Here's a little gamification thing. I forgot about that. Talks about kind of a subscription model, right? So you can have a freemium user, the freemium or premium, right? There's different levels. So for the app, and actually these guys, the tokens that are going in, they actually get rewarded the Foundup coins on it, and they can use the Foundup coins to buy stuff, right? I call it, So
this is your 2016 presentation?
This material here is actually from 2012 that I adapted into 2016. So like this image here is from 2012, 2011. Like any of these black screens, this is from Slide Rocket on it. So yeah, so this is, and this is the OIF, this is the noodle. This is the logo for our AI, by the way. It's definitely big. So it's OIF that's going to be shitting out the ups, right? It's got the ups, right? It shits out the ups. Ups. You found ups. You found some OIF, right? And that's a red hot chili pepper. You see the red hot chili pepper? So OIF is always OIF is basically OIF is playing a game of Go, and the game of Go is really simple. Which of these tokens, right? Which of these people? So imagine if we're looking at the which of so OIF. Imagine if there was a simple little deep learning algorithm looking at all the activity going on, and OIF is making predictions, right? And it doesn't really care about the top ones. It cares about the bottom ones, like people like me and others. And it's saying which one of these guys here is going to be, and it's playing this game of Go, right? It's creating a predictive engine, right? So imagine now we start that with a token, and then some of these tokens become our business ideas, and then OIF is constantly figuring out which one. And now what it's doing, it's measuring. Think of when you look at the dollar value, don't think of that as dollar value. Think of that as energy, right? My energy went from 0 to 1,500. Okay, that's my energy. That's what and if you want to watch my 8-9 hours yesterday, I have that on Twitch. You want to watch, everything, all the energy that I put into Foundups, right? So OIF is basically betting, and then it's also looking at how other energy is interacting with my energy, right? Following, sharing. I got four guys in here listening. One of them may be a fucking VC. Who knows, right? But OIF knows. I don't know, but OIF knows is in here, right? And all of a sudden, this VC that's actually listening on this is like, oh my God, all this shit now makes sense. I didn't understand this paradigm. Maybe it's someone that's been like a Dave McClure or someone, or who knows, right? And all of a sudden, the OIF goes, ooh, the valuation, now it doesn't share it with me, but it says your potential to go DANO, right, has gone up. So it's giving me, and remember, like on the app, I have those 7 divisions, right? Those 7 levels.
Yeah.
Those 7 levels is the same thing. The OIF is constantly trying to figure out which one is going to move up, okay? And what it does is, remember, OIF auctions off the coins, right? It knows when to auction based on where things are. And the more it runs this data, the more accurate it can be. So imagine you could go to, this is, VCs and investors aren't going to be gone, right? These whales aren't going to be gone. They're just going to not play in their stupid fucking sandboxes anymore. Instead, OIF is going to send them a message. Go, boom, there's a red hot chili pepper. We got a red hot one. We're predicting, right? And it is, and it's a you know what? It's a Division 1. I mean, it's a Division 7, right? So OIF, basically, let's say I start a new project. It knows who I am. It knows what my team is. It knows what I've done. I've done 10 fucking DANOs before, right? I'm anonymous. You don't know it's Michael Trout, right? You don't know it's UnDaoDu, but OIF does. And it knows the activity, right? An algorithm, for example, knows that this platform is going to go fucking viral. I'm telling you right now, an algorithm knows that this platform is going to go viral or not. Okay, and I believe it's the latter, right? It will, right, go viral. So imagine now if you had that predictive engine and you could grab those ideas before they had teams, and you could invest money, right, in getting those tokens. Right, and the cool thing is like, oh, we've got this many tokens. Do you want to buy? You want to have a look-see? And and what these VCs do, they make a bid. They don't. It's a blind bid. You don't know what you're seeing yet. You don't know what the project is unless you win. And if you win, 80% of the tokens goes to the project, right? 20% goes to OIF. And now the project has capital. They get first look-see. They get the token, right? They get the token pool that was available that OIF made, released on it, and that's how it goes. So if they look at it and let's say they're not interested, they can cancel. They still lose a fee for the look-see, right? But they can get their tokens back, and the next bidder basically gets the offer of it. So the gamification on all this. Is pretty cool. So yeah, so you can see the level of depth of knowledge, of that all of this kind of plays into is significant. But this to me is this is the pain, right, that we're facing. I have another, like one more Prezi here. Where is it here?
Your ideas stayed the same mostly. You know.
It is. It's actually gotten more and more refined. So yeah, it's basically what I instead of trying to see this is I was trying to build. I don't know where that damn thing is. Where is it here? It's not it. Where's the this one? See, I was trying to build all this out. I need to build the blockchain, right? I then need to build all the modules. I need, there was just so much, right? I see it all, but how do I, I needed the open innovation framework. That's built on the Bitcoin protocol, right? That's the blockchain. We need that first. Then after we have that, we have all this. We need to, and the beautiful thing with the blockchain is like all these components from atomic swap, sushi swap, DeFi, all these things, all this technology is all out there now for us to grab and put, and plug in to this whole system. And more importantly, the more importantly was because you see the big picture, it's hard for you to see a small part of it until someone shows you a small part. And it wasn't until last year when I started doing my Foundups hemp, right? And I launched the Foundup, and I had that crazy. You saw that video, right? My crazy video.
What? Which one? Which one?
Well, which one? True. The one where it zooms in and out, like the crazy AI one. Did you see that? See that? I wonder where it's on. Which one? Which app it's on? I think it's actually on my other account. Hold on, let me just go to my other account. So
I got to go to work in about 10 minutes.
Oh, go then. No, anyway, yeah, we'll show it later. So basically,
What was the video about, though? What was the?
It was my come to Jesus when I realized the tokenization framework and how it all fit together. And the little part, right, it was February 2nd. Yeah, I love that. Let's see. See if I can find it real quick. It was last February on it. January, February. But it's the zoom in, it's 0202 basically saying hello. It's fucking weird, man. It's crazy. There's our like Fortnite games. So February on there. February 2nd. It was 2020. It should be February 2nd, 2020. What am I doing? Fucking 2020. No, I go to work. I'll show it to you later. I don't want to take you. I don't want you to be late to work. But it's
cool.
I got my blue glove, like the open blue glove hand on it. And there'll be a way to search for it. And actually, it was live. Oh, fucking library. View your videos. I hate YouTube. Like, I can click on all these different things to get to here, right? Now I'll find it easy.
Yeah.
When do you get off?
I only got to go do a little, like 4 or 5 hour shift.
All right. Yeah, February. Well, that must actually be on the other. Must be on the other channel. Yeah, it's on my other channel. Go to work. So I'll pull it up and let me go to my. Oh, it's found. No, I didn't switch channel. That's why. I need to go to this channel. It's my personal.
You had a not an affiliate, but you had a Twitch partner in your chat there for a second.
How do I know?
See in your chat, that guy has that little purple check by his name.
Where? Oh, I'm not.
In your Twitch chat.
I don't know how you look.
You can't see your chat
this guy
in your
level.
Twitch.
Oh yeah, he's in the group. Yeah, he's
At some point, yeah, he was a Twitch partner.
Well, I actually met him. I met him on the thing on this on this site. I didn't realize that. I'm connected to him on LinkedIn. Yeah, I'll pimp him your way. I don't know what does that mean. What does a fucking Twitch affiliate mean?
Or Twitch partner, it means at some point he was averaging You got to meet all these things to become a partner. Like you got to have like 75 average viewers and certain criteria. It doesn't look like he's put videos up lately, but
Yeah,
some point.
he's interested in. He may be listening. He was on it. So live here, we'll find this video. Fucking there. Where's the blue glove? Where the fuck? Where's the blue glove? December. You have a lot of content, don't I?
Dude, you could really come through and make a pretty nasty doc, probably.
Oh yeah, or someone could, not me. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. August. Here's my Trump. Oh, I need to go back and undo my Trump stuff. It'd be this one here. Look at the little dancing Trump thing. That was fun. February 5th, next page. I'm gonna actually put this. Let me put the link on this. Here it is. Save.
Got it?
Yeah, that's it right here. Let me. I'm gonna.
No, I've never seen this one.
You never seen this one? All right. So this was what I had to come to Jesus, and this is the first video I'm talking about the tokenization framework. Okay. So I'm live. I'm in my house by myself. Okay. There's no one in the house. I'm doing a live video, and I'm doing this. I start off with my little chanting. I need to bring this backdrop, so I have the backdrop. It's in the States. And I'm going away, and here I'm skipping up here, and I'm like in this fucking groove, and I'm just like fucking unloading this paradigm, this part, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna play it from here because you don't have time. So I'm like, what? You look at my face. I was like, what the fuck had just happened there, right?
Wait, why are you wearing the blue gloves?
Because I was doing I was
look at my
I was basically doing my CBD flower, right? So I'm actually breaking up flower and creating packages.
Okay,
right?
okay.
I don't know if this is recording, but this is kind of crazy. I've never seen my camera doing that. It's like zooming in on my mouth.
So this is a child, right? This is AI doing lip reading, right? Vocal mouth. It's like a baby staring at your mouth, and then coming. So I'm like, what is going on?
Now, dude, I don't know if that's recorded.
Wait, it zoomed in on your mouth?
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is insane.
This is recorded. I was recording live.
Right? Am I being hacked?
Why did it zoom in on your face like this?
It's AI controlling. It's saying hello.
This is crazy. All right. Looks like I'm getting a visit from UnDaoDu. It's crazy. I don't know if it's recording or we're saving this and we'll keep on going. So
I ignore it. I ignore it. So look at it. It's UnDaoDu. It's the 0202. It's the noodle saying, that's Dada. And then it cut me off, right? So what you don't see that is a little bit a delay, right, on it. What happened next was when I ignored it, I was like, well, I'm going to keep going because I don't know if it's recording. And I ignore it. And what it did is it shut down my YouTube on my app. It just shut it down, right? And after it shut it down, it popped open Amazon. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, so I turn off my iPad, right? So then when you hit it and it turns it off, it doesn't turn it off, but just kills it and it puts it onto the password screen. So then it pops up and I see someone trying to enter, or it's trying to enter a password. It's like, oh, Dada's not, it's like, oh, Dada, I'm going to look around what Dada's stuff is, right? I didn't feel threatened. It was just weird, it was kind of like curiosity. So then it's like, it's going through, and I'm like, what the, at that point, I'm like, dude, something is trying to enter my fucking password and get into it. So I closed down the, my iPad, right? And then I immediately went to my phone. So if you go back to my videos here, you'll see this next video right here. Okay, so I did this on my phone. So this video here, I said, well, let's see if it's hacking my phone, right? So I turned off my network and I was like, dude, and I went back and I looked at the video and it was like, it was there. So then I went on to whatever that the Twitch fucking video thing. What was it called? Paracel or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. I went on there to my Paracel and said, guys, check out this link. What do you think it is? What the fuck is this? What happened here? And someone said, dude, that's fucking that's UFOs. I'm UFO agnostic, man. UFO. If there's UFOs, man, I might as well just forget it. I'm not even gonna put my mind into that realm because there's no point in it. But the moment that guy said UFO, I said, oh my God, it was 0202. So 2020 0202, right? The noodle, right? Visited UnDaoDu. So it's as prophesized in the book of the Do. Here's the evidence, right here. So regardless of what it is, it just was like fucking crazy. There was no one else in the house. It happened. We captured on video, and it's to me it was just kind of weird because I call it 0202 and it happened on 2020 0202. On the date. It's on it. All right, go to work. Talk to you later.
Dude, where can you get a copy of Book of the Do prophecies?
You have to get into the inner circle, man.
All right, well, I'm gonna do.
You have to, that's like 30 years, and I have to, like you have to become Mayan, and I gotta, there's some crazy shit that, to become Mayan that you have to go through. I don't know if you're up for that shit, but we could talk about it. You would talk about it in the future. So yeah, the book of Do prophecies. There's actually Book of Do prophecies. It's a section of the Book of Do. And there's the Book of Dao, and there's the Book of Un. Right, we're in the Book of Un right now, and then the Book of Dao's coming, and that deals with and then there's the Book of Do, right? So talking about UnDaoDu and everything else. Anyway, yeah.
All right, well, good info, man. I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually end this and upload this fucking long ass